do you want?
Tacos!
When do you need it?
Now!
1, 2, 3, go! Yes! Woo! What's up, guys? Johnny Tacos here, and we're here with another exciting and informative episode of the Johnny Tacos Rock Talk. Today, we have Nikki and Beyond Destiny, and your destiny is here watching us today. I can't believe it. Welcome. Welcome to all the new people that happen to stumble upon, thinking that this is a cooking show off of Food Network because the name Tacos is on there. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because I do not share my tacos. So, too bad, so sad. No, I'm just joking. Welcome to everybody here. This is an awesome event here. I have Nikki from Dallas and her band Beyond Destiny, and she said to call it Americano, but it's a rock, soul, country, R&B, Christian, contemporary gumbo of sorts. So get your appetite ready for talking about her music, some of the people that kind of paved the way to her sound, and you know, about the number one person in both of our lives, that's Jesus Christ. So I'm pretty excited to see a fellow Christian on here, and you know, I'm just excited about where this is going to go. But before we get to the meat and potatoes of the you like these food puns, Nikki? It's pretty funny.
That's pretty good. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Before I get to the meat and potatoes of the interview, I'd like to let you know that I've been drinking a lot of water, drinking a lot of Powerade. I've been trying to keep my body nourished because out in the heat, summertime brings music, outdoor music, festivals, things to do outside with the family, enjoy a nice day at the beach. But it also brings dehydration and heat strokes, and that is a number one cause for death during the summer is dehydration, heat strokes. So if you're out there and you're enjoying the music, you're having a great time, make sure that you have water, or you know, better yet, have something with some electrolytes, because when you sweat it out, you sweat all your nourishment that keeps your body hydrated and energized. Because if you start sweating a lot, all that stuff comes out, you feel kind of dreary. You know, that's that dehydration coming to you, and you got to keep yourself hydrated. So please, I don't want to hear anything bad happening to any of the listeners or anybody because they wanted to have a good time but did not think about water. And yeah, I understand a lot of festivals, the waters are expensive, but they do have places where they do tap water. So make sure you go to the water fueling stations. Make sure you lather up with, if you're very fair complected skin like me, make sure you lather up with some sunblock. I do SPF 2000, but it still burns me. So, but yeah, keep yourself hydrated. And if you happen to drink alcoholic beverages, remember that is a dehydrant too. So if you do that, please keep yourself hydrated as well with water. All right, I guess that's enough of me nagging. Let's get to Beyond Destiny. And Nikki is here. She is excited. She is. I think she's more excited to be here than I am. I am exhausted. I went to go see a movie last night, and I stayed up a little past my bedtime at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm showing my age, and I'm wore out. And the honeydew list. Oh, the honeydew list. It scares me.
10 o'clock is early.
Yes. But I actually been up since 5 in the morning because we're getting. I had to get my wife ready, help her get stuff ready, and my daughter's here for a wedding shower for her friend. So I'm dog sitting a wiener dog, and it's crazy. 6 dogs in the house is It's crazy.
Yeah,
But
that's a
hey,
lot of dogs.
but we're doing it. We're doing it. It's fun. I enjoy. I'm an animal person. I love animals. You know,
Mhm.
it's really cool. I love dogs. I've always loved dogs. But
Yeah.
that's enough of me. Why are we talking? This is not my interview. This is Nikki's interview. All
Hey, hey.
right. So tell us about the band. Or you know what? Let's go to that later. Tell us about you.
All right. So, uh, like I said, my name is Nikki Heath, like Heath Bar. I always say that because people say Heath. Yeah, I've been called Health before. No, that's not my name. It's Heath. Heath. I'm actually originally from Sweetwater, Texas, West Texas.
Oh yes, Sweetwater.
Originally from Sweetwater, home of the world's largest rattlesnake roundup. That's one of our claims to fame and great football. Went to school at Texas Tech. Been doing music since I was started with the piano at 5. Wrote my first song when I was 6. Picked up the guitar later. Put out a solo album, a contemporary Christian solo album first, and then I formed Beyond Destiny a couple of years after that, and been doing music pretty much all my life. But also I did sports as well. I did everything in high school: volleyball, basketball, track, basketball, and softball in the summer. Kept pretty busy, but also I've always done music as well. So I grew up singing in the church and was in choir, and so I love music, and I love God, and I love my family, and I love having fun doing music and using my music to help change the world. So that's why I do what I do.
Well, that's great. That's great. And you're from Sweetwater, and the only
Mhm.
thing I really know about Sweetwater is that there's a Loves in Sweetwater.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
It's
that
very, yeah. Love's is actually a pretty cool store. Yeah, I have some friends that actually work there. They've been there a long time. Actually, I have some friends that have worked there. Managed. There are a couple of managers there that are some friends of mine.
yeah, because my alter ego, my real me job is, I work for with truck drivers. So
Okay.
we go through Sweetwater a lot. So
Mhm.
that's what comes to me every time I hear Sweetwater. It's like, oh yeah, Loves, yeah. So
Yeah, and so now we're based in Dallas. Been in Dallas Metroplex area now for a while, but the band is now based in Dallas, and we have been rocking and rolling.
so
And yeah.
so how long has uh Beyond Destiny had been? You said shortly after you did your
So
solo album. What year was that?
okay, so my solo album was in like 2000, and my first solo album was like 2004,
Uh-huh.
and then about 5 years later, I formed Beyond Destiny. But we did like a few, because Beyond Destiny we did a few like Fields of Faith, Disciple Now, like church events, and we did some. We performed in some churches. We performed kind of like a little concerts here and there, but the full blown like what you see now didn't occur till later on when I got to the Metroplex. And so for the last um I kind of put it on the back burner because I was doing basketball and other stuff in college and everything. So for the last I'd say 6 years now, it's kind of I reestablished Beyond Destiny, added some new guys to the band because the band I used to be with, they were all in West Texas. Those guys were all in West Texas. So when I moved to the Metroplex, about 6 or 7 years ago, I got a management deal, and they were like, I got signed to a management deal, and they were like, hey, if you want to, get your band back together, that'd be great. And so then I had tryouts. Went on Facebook, these Facebook groups, hey, I'm looking for so and so, and I had like a couple of weeks of tryouts, and now this is the guys, the ones that are in my band now. Those are the guys that kind of fit what I wanted, as far as what I wanted to do, and we've been doing it ever since. So yeah, for about the last 6 or 7 years now, it's blown up, and now we go on tour. We perform all over the U.S. We have a new album that's coming out. So it's been this full blown thing that has finally come into fruition, because I knew what I wanted to do, that I still wanted to do music, but I kind of had to put it to the back burner, and then now I'm getting to do it again, so I'm excited.
So with this band, is it because the way it was explained, it was like a mixture of different, but you
Mm-hmm.
still have your contemporary Christian kind of roots into it.
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
but they're all soulful music, right? They're all good from
yes,
the a good emotional kind of
yes,
wholesome kind of music that goes
yes.
out. Is it purely just Christian, or is it just like the foundation?
It's the foundation. Like we call it rock and soul, and we actually coined that phrase a long time ago. We said when someone asked, "How would you describe your sound?" We said it's rock and soul. I mean, that's really what it is because um because our music has been played on all kind of different stations. It's been played on rock, it's been played on Christian stations, it's been played on country stations, it's been played literally on, and that's what that's the vision that I had for it. I wanted music to be able to be played anywhere, and that anyone could listen to it and get something out of it, and get, because there's different messages in our songs, and then when people listen to our music, uh, usually when they leave our shows or they hear our music, the feeling that I wanted to have was hope, and that's, I want people to have hope when they hear our music, and so um, it's the foundation is definitely contemporary Christian, but it can be played anywhere because like this new album that's coming out, it is really Americana. Like we have rock, we have, I guess, kind of some popish type songs, um we have some soul in there, and then I did put one, actually I did put one truly contemporary Christian track on there.
Okay.
uh, so I'm pretty excited about that. So it truly is a mix of, it really is a mix of who we are. So
Yeah.
we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, and all these different type of genres is music that you grew up to and
Yes.
you loved. Who are some of the artists that kind of paved the way for your type of music?
For sure, I'd say Tina Turner,
Uh-huh.
Aretha Franklin. Yeah, Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Nicole C. Mullen. She's a contemporary Christian artist.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you've heard of her.
Yeah.
Uh, Nicole C. Mullen. I got to see her in concert twice. Got to meet her. She signed my shirt. She's so good. Love CC Winans, BB and CC Winans.
Hmm.
Love Whitney Houston. So and oh, huge fan of the Temptations and the Supremes. And well, country, I love the Judds. To me, the Judds, their country, even though it's country, they had soul in their country, which is why I gravitated towards it.
Uh-huh.
So I pretty much know every Judd song ever written, and I can play any Judd song on the guitar, like any. Love the Judds, love Dolly Parton. I think Dolly Parton is one of the greatest songwriters and one of the greatest human beings, in my opinion. Like she is just, yes, she embodies what, like, you can tell that she cares about people. There's no, like, she has no agenda. Like she literally wants kids to read more. And she has that book program that she has, where they send out millions of books to kids
Hmm.
in her reading program. And she's really done a lot of things to help people. And she's an incredible talent. I think she's one of the most talented songwriters ever. And so I've in my house, we listen to everything. I can remember my grandmother playing Temptations and Aretha Franklin and Tina Turner and um, the Supremes, and then I can remember being in at my grandmother's, and my granddad would play Johnny Cash, and so there's so many different things that I just grew up with listening to. It was so much fun.
Yeah, and during that Motown era, man, that really brought a lot of that soul music, the really smooth kind of catchy
Yes.
tunes that really paved the way to a lot of bands now. Uh, if you read any kind of rock documentary, they always give faith, to what to the different people from Motown, the different
Yes,
bands from
exactly.
Motown. They always have some kind of credit to them and the way that the style came through. It was really a groundbreaking. And then when you're talking about Johnny Cash opened up the way to kind of push away that rhinestone kind of
Yes,
country to a side and really get to that dirty,
yes.
uh,
Kind of like the almost that
real,
outlaw type, dirty type. Oh, that real, like the real, like
yeah, the
gritty
real
type
life,
country,
yeah,
real life
yeah,
stuff. Yes, I
and
agree.
that's what you like to put into your music. You like to put in the real life,
Yes.
the real meaningful kind of music. Don't sugarcoat it because
Mhm.
I don't like my music being sugar coated. I like the music to feel that that person actually felt that. So
Exactly.
does your music really amplify your life or what you've seen? Did it come through your memories?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, just like one of like Beyond Destiny, one of our most when I first created Beyond Destiny, one of our signature songs, it was a contemporary Christian song called "The Sacrifice," and it
Hmm.
talked about how Jesus sacrificed and how he he died for us, and he wanted us to have an abundance of life, and he wanted us to you know help the poor and help the sick and help the elderly and be the hands and feet of Jesus. And it talks about that sacrifice and why we as Christians or we as human beings in general. Because in my opinion, you don't have to be a Christian to do good things. As a human being with empathy, and you should care about people because you're a human being and they're human beings.
Yes, yeah, definitely, definitely.
They're human beings and you're a human. So you should care if someone is hurting or poor or sick or the elderly and you can help them, then you should help them. Like you should help them because they need help. Not because you're trying to prove anything, not because you're trying to say, "Oh, I'm good, goody two." No, it's because you should help them because they need help.
Yeah,
Because and I'm not trying to preach. I'm just simply saying my grandmother always taught us to be the hands and feet of Jesus.
and those are good words to live by because you want to be a good person and you want to be a perfect broken human being because we're not perfect.
We're not
We're
perfect.
perfectly broken.
Right.
We all have lived through times where um, we're like, wow, we're not a very good person that time. There's times where I looked at myself, I'm like, man, I'm not a good person. But the chances are is that you're still alive. You can still
You can
repent.
change.
You can still
You can
change.
correct.
Even with the
Mhm.
non-Christians out there, there's
Exactly.
so much hate spitting out there. You go online and you go and you look at any news, and the news thrive on everything hateful.
Yes. They
You know,
thrive on that.
yeah,
They
with
thrive.
everything that's going on in today's world, and I don't really want to go too far into it, but it seems like hate is because hate is a strong emotion. It's very strong because it once you get into that hate, it's hard to get out of it. When they're
Mhm.
saying that, hey, you you're weak because you love everybody. I think finding the way to love somebody is the strongest thing because it's so hard to love
Yes.
everybody and it's so
Yes.
easy to hate. So if you're
Mhm.
showing love and grace and compassion towards your fellow human being, man, you're a
Mhm.
strong person. You are a
I
strong
agree
person.
100%.
And there,
100%.
yeah. And that's the way I believe when you open up your soul and you open up your heart to writing this music, it has to
Yes.
be something from inside and it has to be something to kind of either to teach
Yes.
or to soothe.
Right.
Because if you listen to music, you know, today compared to music from, we'll say, uh, the 70s or 80s. No,
Right.
the 80s and all that. You can tell the
Right.
differences because you can see that the creativity is starting to fade away because people are
Yes.
more on the mammon side than they want to be on God's side. And I
Yes.
remember my pastor saying, "Hey, you can't serve two masters."
Right.
It's like you're in a war, and you're serving both sides. You're like,
Mhm.
okay, I'll be on this side and then this side. You can't. It's impossible. You can't do that.
No,
Uh,
you're either, yeah, I've always believed, and this is from, just even from a young age. I mean, I understood, like I said, I grew up singing in the church,
mhm,
and I've been writing songs since I was like 6 years old. But I understood the power of music. Even at a young age, I understood the power of music, and how music can bring people together. It can heal people. It can help people. I mean, they use music in in uh in certain hospitals and places to like heal people. Like music can actually heal people. They use music when people are in a coma. Like I'm telling you, music, there's when God created music, when music was created, I'm telling you, people can use music to change the whole entire world. People can use music to really like elevate elevate the world, like truly make it better.
mhm.
And I've been doing music, like I said, forever, and I have always understood the power of music. I've always understood that like you said, it can soothe people, it can help people, it can maybe even open up their minds. Maybe they weren't thinking about something, and all of a sudden they hear the song, like, you know what, I didn't think about it like that, or I didn't, whatever. Or maybe it can help them, bring them closer to someone else, or closer to just the human race in general. I just think music is very powerful.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that because as a lover of music myself, I've always had a eclectic array of different musics in my playlist, and um, it's just amazing how one song can actually cheer you up, or one
Yeah.
song can actually bring you to tears.
Yes.
And I can be just sitting at work, just jamming to I have my little headset on,
Right.
and I'm over here listening to something, and something comes up that triggers a memory, and then I stop for a moment and try to and live that memory. Have you ever been into that? You're like sitting around,
Yes.
you're enjoying, and then you start thinking about that one song. It came out
Yes.
that one time you were doing that. You were out and about doing something else, and you're like, "Oh, that's a nice memory." I heard a song um from Garth Brooks, Unanswered Prayers.
Oh, great
Yeah.
song.
And I thought about me being a kid in high school, and when my sister's friend gave me that CD, and how everything was so much easier, simpler. I didn't
Hmm.
have all these worries, and it
Right.
really opened up. And then, I was a nerd back then. They had the Transformers theme music. It's on my playlist. And I think about all the times that I used to hang out with my friends as kids, and
Right.
have that little childlike innocence and just a good
Mhm.
time. Music really opens up the mind. It really
It
opens
really
up
does.
the soul. It can ice break really easy too.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And that's what you want to do with your music. You want
Right.
your music to go out there and
Mhm.
change the world. Sort of like Eric Clapton, if I could
Yeah,
change the
good
world.
stuff. And when people come to our shows, like I said, I mean, we're having fun. We're on stage, we're having fun, and they're having fun too because we're having fun. And then when we get to some of those deeper songs, they're listening. But and this one woman said this to me. This is how I know that this is exactly what I wanted our music to do. She said, even with our sad songs, she still feels hope, because even at the end of our sad songs, there's hope.
Hmm.
Because we're telling people that the light is stronger than the darkness, to never give up, to always believe in yourself, to know that you matter, that you're wanted, that you're loved, that you have purpose. So our current single that's out now is called Wanted, and that's the one I told you that's the contemporary Christian song that's actually on our album. It's called Wanted. And then we released it as a single probably like, I don't know, 5 maybe 4 or 5 months ago, but it's called Wanted. But it talks about how we're all wanted and we're all loved, and that we should not let people determine our worth, because they don't. People do not determine your worth.
Mm-hmm.
Your worth has been determined by God long before you were ever born. Your worth has been determined already, that you're worth something, that you're here. The fact that you're here means that you have a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's up to you whether you're going to use that purpose for good or for evil. That's up to you. That's your choice, because we have free will. But me and my band and myself, we are going to put out positive stuff. We're going to put out positive vibes. We're not going to be negative. When we're going to put out things that are going to help people and elevate people and remind people of who they are. We're not going to, there's too much negativity in the world as it is. And everything that I do, it's going to be positive.
Yeah. And, you know, we go back to the feeling, the music. Music can really bring the best in you, and it can bring the worst in you. You
Yes.
said, hey, we have free will. We can either do right or do wrong. It's up to us
Mhm.
to go back in that path. There's been times when uh times that were really bad, and I know God intervened, and he brought me back. And I'm happy I'm a Christian, but I wasn't always a Christian growing up.
Gotcha.
I grew up in a really bad kind of
Mhm.
life, and
Yeah.
through that, it made my faith stronger when I finally gave my life to Christ. It also made me a little wiser too, because sometimes you can find the light in the darkness.
Exactly.
Uh, David Draymond of Disturbed. I don't know if you know that band. It's a
Of
rock
course.
metal band.
Yeah. I know.
Uh,
I know who they are.
he goes, sometimes you go through the darkness to find the light. And
Hmm.
it's not really a Christian song, but
Right.
it's a hope song. And
Gotcha.
there's a lot of talented artists do that. They have that song where you begin and like
Mhm.
hopeless and all that, and then towards
Yeah.
the end, it kind of puts
Yeah.
a positive aspect. Mercy Me is
Yeah.
guilty of doing that a lot. If you
Right.
go to a
Yes, they are.
concert, you listen to their music, it starts
Hmm.
off really bleak, and then you start finding out it starts to end up positive at the end. And
Yeah, that's what we do with our music. And it's funny, but she says, she goes, man, even your sad songs. She goes, your sad song is sad, but then at the same time, she goes, when you finish, she said, I don't feel so bad. I was like, good. So,
you go, that's what I'm trying to do.
yeah, that's what hey, that's it. That's it. That's what I want.
You have any tours coming through the rest of the
Actually,
year?
yeah. Well, yeah. So we tour all over Texas. We play all over DFW, play all over. So if people can go like on our website on Official Beyond Destiny, it has our tour schedule on there. That's Official Beyond Destiny. That's our Facebook. That's our Instagram. That's our website, and it has our schedule of where we're going to be. Like I said, we play all over Texas. Actually, we play all over the U.S. because we played in other places like Clovis in Mexico. We played in Bossier, Louisiana. We played in other places as well. So, um, like eventually, our goal is to branch out and like do a tour in the UK and Japan and China, more like probably Japan more than China, but the UK, Japan, Australia eventually. So we have like this bucket list of places we want to play, and we're excited about getting to do that down the road for sure.
Yeah, and it's great goals to get to do for your band.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to do that over on the other side of the pond and be able
Yes,
to see that, and not only to play, but actually see that culture. I've
yes,
always been a kind of a guy that loves different cultures. I've always
mhm,
loved the Asian cultures.
yes.
How their beautiful uh, houses are built, the
Mhm.
temples, stuff like that. I always found that interesting. The food, yeah,
Me
I'm
too.
a food guy, man, and you sample all the
Yes.
different foods from all over the world. You can
Yes.
really know a person through the type of food. So
Yeah. I'm the same way. I love learning about other cultures. I always have. I just love to learn, period. But I love learning about other cultures. I love learning about different people and different things. So I've always been that way. Love learning.
yeah, and that's how you get closer to your fans, closer
Hmm.
to people, is to learn about what they do, what makes them them, like what
Right.
makes Nikki Nikki, and that's what we're doing today is learning you, what makes the Johnny Tacos the man who talks to people all the time.
Right.
It's just it's the culture, and I love learning about new people. I love learning and just getting to know and finding new family wherever I
Mm,
go. Because
I
I didn't
agree.
grow up in a big family, but
Hmm.
since I got married to my wife, she has a big family. We
Okay.
have 6 kids together, and
Okay.
I've never really had that big family. So when I do this show, it's kind of like meeting new family members.
I
Because
agree.
if you think about it, we're all from Adam and Eve.
Hmm.
We all started there, so we're all
Right.
family. That's
Right.
why
We're
that's another reason why we need to find love and commonality with each other. And
I agree
uh,
100%.
so,
100%. Yeah. And um yeah, that's cool that you said that about how we're all connected and how we all have commonality, how we're all like, yes, and that's what's important, which is, I if if people will come together like they're supposed to, the things that we could do, the things that we could change, the things that we can make better for everyone, if the people come together. Like when I say the people, like we the people, if we come together, then we can make everything better for everyone. Like we can change things and we can make not just for my neighbor, but for my family and for the person down the street that I don't even know, or it doesn't matter. The community, and we're supposed to all come together. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And what has happened is that, and like I said, I'm not going to preach. I'm just simply saying that the way that the Most High intended things to be is that we're supposed to work and help each other. That's what it's supposed to be. We're supposed to help each other. We're supposed to work together. We're supposed to learn the different cultures. We're all supposed to come together. What doesn't matter what culture we're in or what color our skin, doesn't matter. That's never mattered. What has mattered is that how you treat other people and what you do to other people. That is what has always been. That has always been the foundation of what. Because I always tell people all the time, I say, I'm a follower of Christ. I'm a follower of Christ. You may call me a Christian, that's fine, but I am a follower of Christ. I'm a follower of Jesus, which means I follow Jesus.
mhm.
I follow Christ. That's what I do, which means I want to do what he did. I want to be like him. And so, in order for us to do that, and now I am going to preach a little bit. We all have to come together.
Yeah,
All of us. Everyone has to come together.
yeah, definitely, and I feel that too, and I feel that we've been divided too long.
Yes.
And we have been letting the negativity kind of
Mhm.
shield us from what we can be if we work together.
Exactly.
Um, with like a strand of rope um, by itself will break, but if you
Yeah.
put them together to actually form the rope, it's unpenetrable. It's
Yeah.
steady. And we have to overcome this. We really do. It breaks my heart just because there's so many great people out there, and how I try to do it, because I had hate in my heart when I was younger. I had anger.
Right.
There was so much in my life that kind of pushed me away from finding that love. But then when
Mhm.
I was introduced to my wife, I found more love because she herself was a follower of Jesus,
Mhm.
and it kind of kept me on my straight and narrow. And I
Mhm.
started seeing people for who they are, for what's inside of them,
Exactly.
and not because of where they grew up or
Exactly.
anything. Because if you look at people as they were children once,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and how innocent they were,
Right.
and then you start thinking, you start dwelling into their story about what happened to them. Then
Yes.
you
What
start feeling
get to
compassion.
know people. You get to know, truly get to know people, and that's like I said. My grandmother, may she rest in peace. My grandmother Dorothy, and everyone in Sweetwater called my grandmother Granny. That should tell you something. Like
Uh-huh.
everyone called her Granny. If you were hungry, she fed you. If you needed clothes, she bought you clothes. If you needed help, she helped you. And it didn't matter that you did not belong to her. So people, all kinds of people from every background would come to my grandmother's house because they knew who she was and that
Yeah.
they knew that they could get help if they needed help. And my grandmother, she I spent a lot of time with my grandmother. She raised me. Pretty much she raised me because when my parents were working, we'd get from school, we'd go to my grandmother's house.
Uh-huh.
And that's where after school every day, we're at my grandmother's house. And so she really taught me about what's truly important. And it wasn't about her trying to she lived when I say that my grandma is one of the most amazing human beings that I've ever met, I'm telling you. And it's not just because she's my grandmother. If she wasn't my grandmother and I had met her, I would still say the same thing.
Yeah,
I would still say
definitely.
the
And God bless the grandparents because,
same thing.
you know, my grandfather, everybody called him Grandpa or Mr. Miyagi. He was from
Oh, that's
the
cool.
island of Guam, and he
Really?
kind of looked
Oh, that's
like
cool.
Mr. Miyagi. And
That's pretty
everybody just
cool.
called him Grandpa. You know, he loved everybody. He was
That's pretty
really
cool.
a good person. I was called his bodyguard because I'm 6'6".
Oh,
He was
dang.
4'9",
Woo.
and I used to put
Wow.
my arm on his head and joke around, and he was a good man. He loved Jesus, and
That's
he
cool.
you know, he passed away probably about 14 years ago. And to me,
Okay.
the world was a little darker
Mhm.
without him here because he treated everybody with respect.
Yes.
But if you get on his bad side, that's a whole different thing.
Yes.
That's how he won my grandma over. So you
Right.
don't mess you don't mess with his woman. You don't mess.
Exactly. No, you know, that's the family. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So you're
Yeah.
6'6"?
Yes, I'm 6'6".
Woo,
Yeah.
man. Okay.
Yep. And I'll be 50 in November, and I'm already feeling because tall people have a lot of back issues when they get older, and I'm like, oh man, why couldn't I be smaller like Grandpa? He was.
Did you do any sports or anything? Did you do any sports or
I was more of a
you say you're
nerd.
more of a nerd? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I was more of a nerd. I liked video games, hanging out. Well, I played basketball, but it wasn't pro or not pro, but it wasn't for the school. It was just hanging out with my
Okay.
friends. We'd
Okay.
play
Yeah.
21 or
Yep.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
uh, I wasn't really big into sports as much as my little brother. My little brother, he played football.
Hmm.
I tried football once, and I was like, it's not for me because they
Right.
wanted me because I was tall and I was big,
Right. Right.
and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll play a little bit, but
Right. You're
but
like,
it,
oh no.
it wasn't for me. I liked staying at home, listening to music.
Mhm.
I love drawing and
Okay,
uh,
cool.
doing all that little nerdy stuff, playing, watching Star Wars and kung fu
Star Wars.
movies. I love kung fu movies. We saw a movie called Furious. Well, I saw a movie called Furious yesterday,
Hmm.
which
Was it
was
good?
yeah, it was really good. A father goes after a syndicate that takes his daughter, like um, they traffic kids. So he
Right.
goes and tries to find her, and he ends up finding her. But he befriends a guy that his wife was a reporter looking into it, and she disappeared. So they both became a duel, and it was like nonstop fighting. And me and
Mhm.
my kid mode went in, my nostalgic feel, like they were fighting. There's kung fu everywhere. I came I got out of the movies. My wife was hanging out with our daughter. I went to go see her at her salon, and I went,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa. And then she goes, just go home. Go home. I can't deal with you today.
I love kung fu. I love movies. That's so cool. I love kung fu movies, martial arts stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
I did some martial arts too later on when I was in college and after. But I love kung fu movies.
Yeah, there's so many. I was just so happy because now the movies now always have to have some kind of agenda, some kind of message that goes through. But this here was an actual father trying to get his daughter and doing whatever it takes to get there, and then the fighting and all that just kind of reminded me back in the nice late 90s,
right,
early 2000s. Jackie Chan, the Jet Li fightings. Yeah.
Yes.
And the fighting style was quick. It was uncomfortable. It had close quarter combat. It was claustrophobic at time. It was so good. It was really good. I recommend that movie if you get a chance. It's out in the theaters right now. So, and it's Chinese, it's Cantonese and American and English.
Okay.
Like the main guy was a mute, but his daughter speaks Cantonese, and then like the reporter and the bad guys and all that, they spoke English. But it was all Asian. It was all in China, so there was no other ethnicities in there. There might have been some South Asian, but everything was Asian. So it got you that feel of back in the day.
Old, that old kung fu movie type. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's really good. I recommend it. So if you ever get a chance to go to a movie, go see it. I highly recommend that. Okay. That Masters of the Universe, because
I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day about Masters of the Universe. We're gonna go try to see it pretty soon. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it when it first came out. Yeah, because
I've always loved He-Man and She-Ra, so those were like I love those growing up.
Yeah, yeah, it was cringy, it was funny, it was campy. Dolph Lundgren was in there, the guy that played the original He-Man in the movie.
Right,
he did a little cameo. Hold on. Oh, I thought I heard my dog growling. Okay, but we're getting close to the end of the show, and we wanted to play a song. I have felt that way. Can you give us a little behind the music?
Okay, so this song talks about how that we all as human beings have felt a certain way. All at some point in our lives have felt a certain way at the same time. Have felt this way, have felt a certain way, and that we are all connected, and that the light is stronger than the darkness, and that we should never give up.
Awesome. I'm pretty excited about letting everybody hear this song, and it has that whole mixture, just like you say in Americano. It gives you that feel. So please enjoy this. Stay tuned after that. I give my final thoughts. And thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you being on the show today. And let me know when you get some tours. Send me some tour dates, and I'll come and hear you play. And have a good time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And here we are, Nikki and Beyond Destiny. Here, I have felt that way on the Johnny Taco Show.
I know you felt that way. Nothing seems to go your way. It falls apart and brings us pain. I know you felt that way.
episode and you want to hear more, please like and subscribe to get the latest and the greatest from the Johnny Taco Show.